Hey everyone, today I wanted to talk about the brand new show OKKO Let's Be Heroes. The show just officially aired on Cartoon Network earlier in the month, but if you have the Cartoon Network app, you could watch the first 5 episodes last month, I think. First off, there will be some spoilers in this to the show. So if you haven't watched at least the first 5 episodes, then you definitely should go do that. But I'm not fully caught up myself, so there's that. And this isn't like an episode review or anything like that. This is just my overall thoughts about the series so far. So there shouldn't be too many major spoilers. So first and foremost, this show has major Steven Universe vibes all through it. And that is not surprising whatsoever, considering Ian Jones Corney is the creator of OKKO, and he worked on Steven Universe for a very long time. And just as an added little fact, he is also in a relationship with Rebecca Sugar. So it is definitely not surprising that OKKO feels a lot like Steven Universe. And in fact, Rebecca Sugar even sings the song in the credits, just like Love Like You. So, in a nutshell, the show itself is about a young boy named KO living with his mother, who is a single parent. And KO lives in a world filled with superheroes. Everyone is a hero of some sort in this world. And of course, he wants to be one himself. What's kind of cool is in this world, all the heroes actually have little cards that say the level they're at, kind of as if they were in a video game or something. I just found that super cool. Anyway, because KO wants to be a hero, he gets a job and starts working at a hero supply store so he can learn about being a hero and eventually become one. Now, usually I label cartoons in 2 different areas. Cartoons that either have an ongoing story or cartoons that have a different story each episode. A good example of that would obviously be Steven Universe having an ongoing story that grows through the series, versus something like SpongeBob, which has a new story each episode, and what happens in the episode really doesn't affect what happens in other episodes. But OKKO is different to me because each episode has its own story, and of course the series has only started, so there is that to keep in mind. But you're certainly not going to be lost as to what happens if you just kind of jump into one of the episodes. But at the same time, the episodes actually do connect to each other, and what happens in one episode does affect future episodes, at least from what I've seen. So it's more like Steven Universe when it first started. When it first started, it was hard to see where the plot was actually going. It was mainly just capturing corrupted gems. And at the time, Steven didn't even know they were corrupted gems. But that's really good because that could mean that later on in the series, a bigger story will develop. And perhaps just like Steven, there's a lot KO doesn't really know about the people he is friends with or the world he lives in. But at the same time, if it stays the way it is and is just kind of a lighthearted show for the most part, and the episodes just connect like they are now, that wouldn't be bad either. And it would actually be really good for Cartoon Network because it would be a show that's easier to rerun. It's hard to just put on a random episode of Steven Universe, especially in the later seasons, but they could just slap on an episode of Teen Titans Go or Amazing World of Gumball because the stories don't connect. and each episode it's different, so it really doesn't matter where you watch it. So really what I'm trying to say is OKKO is kind of at that sweet spot, I guess you could say, where it either has potential to have this huge elaborate story or it be a simple lighthearted fun show. And I have to say, at first I wasn't really feeling the art style that much. I'm not really sure why. Something about it just felt a little off, I really don't know how to explain it. But after watching a few episodes, I really do actually like it. It's really interesting. It's simple and cute. And sometimes you don't always need really detailed, elaborate art. You can tell like an amazing story with just stick figures if you really wanted to. And something that I really found interesting about the art style is it kind of feels like the Amazing World of Gumball when it comes to the expressions. And that's one of the reasons I actually really like Amazing World of Gumball, because sometimes just the character's facial expression just makes me laugh. And at the same time, again, it is kind of reminiscent of Steven Universe in the way at some points it could be like totally simple, the characters, everything, but then the next second when they do a close-up of the face or something, it's more detailed. I mean, I've only watched the first 5 episodes so far, so it's hard to say how much of that there's gonna be, but I've really been noticing it in the hands. 1 minute, all you see is like a nub and a little thumb on the side, and the next it's more detailed, like an actual hand. I don't know, right now it's kind of hard to judge because it hasn't been out that long and there hasn't been that many episodes yet, and I haven't even seen all of them quite yet. But this show is definitely a good turning point for Cartoon Network. This gives me some hope of better shows coming on to the network soon. I mean, with a lot of great shows being canceled or ending, we're really only left with Powerpuff Girls reboots, Ben 10 reboots, Teen Titans Go, Mighty Magiswords, Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs TV show. I mean, is We Bare Bears still on? I don't even know. And we're lucky if they air Steven Universe once a week. They usually only put on episodes before a new episode comes. If I missed some other TV shows, then by all means let me know, but those are just like off the top of my head, the ones that I've seen advertised when I'm watching Cartoon Network, or that I've seen on, like, being on TV. So we definitely need some actual good new shows in there. Now, I'm not 100% like in love with OKKO Let's Be Heroes just yet, so don't really expect like episode reviews or things like that. Maybe if I get a little further into the series and I really start to like it and there's definitely like something there, then who knows. But that's just my thoughts, so let me know down in the comments what you guys think of OKKO. And what shows do you guys normally watch on Cartoon Network? I'm sorry if it seemed like I was bashing a lot of the shows from Cartoon Network. I know that there are plenty of people who like Teen Titans Go and some of the other shows, and I know that most of the shows on Cartoon Network aren't geared towards my age group. So, I mean, it's nothing personal. Well, that's it for now. Thank you guys for watching, and see you guys next time.